All right, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're blessed and prospered today. And if you're not, that's my wish for you. That's my heart's desire for you. I've been told to begin today with just something different, the scriptures, the Holy Scriptures, and if that's not something that you're into, you can skip this part, but I've been asked to read to you two um, two verses out of Psalms, which is the songs of the Bible. Most of them were written by David, and the one that I'm going to read to you was written by David. David was the king of Israel, and this is what it says. First of all, let me tell you, What Am I to You by Nora Jones. These were the songs. What Am I to You? Fire Away by Chris Stapleton. Lost Without You, Freya Riding. Stand By Me, Benny King, and Someone You Love by Louis Capaldi. So what I see here is that you have questions about somebody, and you're wanting to know, what am I to you? Because you're not sure if you're just a friend or if this is moving into something more. And somehow, I think there's a Sagittarius involved, because fire away is like take your best shot. Give me what you got, fire away. It's like maybe you're going to go off on this person because they will not commit. I don't know. But it's like they leave you, you let them go, but then they want to stand by you. And you're sad because you used to be someone they loved and you had gotten used to that. And it's like this person is not sure how they feel about you, and they don't know what they are to you. It's like, what am I to you? Okay, so keep those songs in mind and just be open-minded as I read to you the scriptures that I've been inspired to read to you. I don't always use the Holy Scriptures, but today I'm being led to Psalm 39, and it says this: I said to myself, I will watch what I do and not sin in what I say. I will curb my tongue when the ungodly are around me. But as I stood there in silence, not even speaking of good things, the turmoil within me grew to the bursting point. My thoughts grew hot within me and began to burn, igniting a fire of words. Lord, remind me how brief my time on earth will be. Remind me that my days are numbered and that my life is fleeting away. My life is no longer than the width of my hand. An entire lifetime is just a moment to you, and human existence is but a breath. We are merely moving shadows, and all our busy rushing ends in nothing. We heap up wealth for someone else to spend, and so, Lord, where do I put my hope? My only hope is in you. Rescue me from my rebellion, and even fools mock me when I rebel. I am silent before you. I won't say a word, for my punishment is from you. Please don't punish me anymore. I am exhausted by the blows from your hand. When you discipline people for their sins, their lives can be crushed like the fire of a moth. Human existence is as frail as breath. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Listen to my cries for help. Don't ignore my tears, for I am your guest, a traveler passing through, as my ancestors were before me. Spare me so I can smile again before I am gone and exist no more. I waited patiently for the Lord to help me. This is Psalm 40. I waited patiently for the Lord to help me, and he turned to me and heard my cry, and he lifted me out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet on solid ground and steadied me as I'm walking along. He has given me a new song to sing, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see what he has done and be astounded. They will put their trust in the Lord. Oh, the joys of those who trust the Lord, who have no confidence in the proud or in those who worship idols. O Lord my God, you have done many miracles for us. Your plans for us are too numerous to list. If I tried to recite all your wonderful deeds, I would never come to an end of them. You take no delight in sacrifices or offerings. Now that you have made me listen, I finally understand. You don't require burnt offerings or sin offerings. Then I said, look, I have come, and this has been written about me in your scroll. I take joy in doing your will, my God, for your law is written on my heart. I have told all your people about your justice. I have not been afraid to speak out. As you, O Lord, well know, I have not kept this good news hidden in my heart. I have talked about you, faithfulness, and saving power, your faithfulness and saving power. I have told everyone in the great assembly of your unfailing love and faithfulness. Lord, don't hold back your tender mercies from me. My only hope is in your unfailing love and your faithfulness. For troubles surround me, too many to count. They pile up so high I can't see my way out. They are more numerous than the hairs on my head. I have lost all my courage. Please, Lord, rescue me. Come quickly, Lord, and help me. May those who try to destroy me be humiliated and put to shame. May those who take delight in my trouble be turned back in disgrace. Let them be horrified by their shame, for they said, ah, we've got him now. But may all those who search for you be filled with joy and gladness. May those who love your salvation repeatedly shout, the Lord is great. As for me, I am poor and needy, but the Lord is thinking about me right now. You are my helper and my Savior. Do not delay, oh my God. So someone is in a situation of despair, and they are trying to trust in God to rescue them out of that. And it says here that God is going to rescue you, and that many people will see this happen and be astounded. He's going to take you out of the pit that you've been in and put you on the pedestal where you deserve to be put. You deserve good things in life. And it's like in 39, you feel like God doesn't do anything good. But you're going to see that he does do good, because he is going to show you. And through you, he's going to show a lot of other people as well about his goodness. And I can tell you right now that I literally, if you don't know me and you're new to the channel, I was in heroin addiction for many years. And I went to treatment in 2011. My husband went in 2009, and then I got arrested and was in jail. And I remember when I was in jail, I said, God, I'm so broken, even you can't fix me. And that was my pride speaking. But at the time, I didn't know that was my pride speaking, because I was so broken and so crushed in spirit. I had tried church, I had tried religion, I had tried relationship, I had literally tried rehab several times, and nothing seemed to keep me from going back to that same vice, that same demonic vice of using drugs to medicate, to feel no more pain, because my life had literally been pain with losing the people that I loved, people dying in my life, and not having the father that I needed, who was murdered when I was 10 years old, not getting anything for the trauma of that, not having any therapy or anything like that at my disposal, having to cope as a 10-year-old child, to become an adult at 10 years old, to start being a caregiver for my sisters, because my mother had to go to work and there was nobody to take care of us but me. Developing the coping skills of using chemicals to cope. Okay, so that is my story. And in 2011, I went to a place called Miracle Hill in South Carolina, and I started out in a program that was like a pre-program that helped you to build a foundation. And it was a place that was miraculous in that they had all different kinds of people come there from different faiths. It wasn't just Christian, it was a Christian place, but it wasn't just Christianity. They would allow people from different faiths to come there and to show us love. And so I began to see that there's love and it comes in from all directions. And they treated us like royalty. And so I literally know, because when I was arrested, I was running through the swamp from the officer who arrested me, and I was covered in mud. So I was literally picked up out of that mud and put on solid ground. And as I was there and I was shown so much love from so many different directions, and I was treated with dignity and respect and treated even like royalty because they said that I was the daughter of a king. They showed me that I had worth, that I could have self-worth again, that I could have self-respect again, that I was not hopeless or lost cause, and that I was not so broken that even God couldn't fix me. But one of the problems was I had to begin to shut my mouth and listen. I had to understand that I needed to take wise counsel from people who knew how to do life successfully, because I didn't know how to do life successfully. And so I finished that program, and my husband and I, we went through marriage counseling, and we got back together, and we moved back to North Carolina because we had 3 children that were staying with my mother. We had to give those children the choice because he had been gone for 4 years and I was gone for a year and a half. And it was very hard to stay away from our children for that long. We saw him a few times in between. He would go home quite frequently because he had been there and he was working for this place. And I was going through the program, and he would come to visit me on visitation day, and there was no TV, no phone, no distractions. It was just me and him. And for the first time ever, we got to know each other with no chemicals. There was nothing to numb out. And so we got to know each other, and I've always said that I fell in love with him then, and I had been married to him at that point for probably about 10, 12 years. And I fell in love with him then. I got with him because he had some drugs and I needed the drugs. And I was not ever, I admitted that. I was able to admit that to him and apologize to him for that. And then, we made amends and we worked it out. We got back together and we had a very good life for a long time. I went back to school online and I got my bachelor's degree in Christian counseling. And then I went on to get my master's degree in human services for addiction and recovery. And so now I am working for a mental health agency that works with people who have addictions and mental illness. And he died in September because he went back to drinking about 4-5 years ago. And he drank and he drank and he drank and he became abusive to me. And we had made an agreement when we were in treatment, when we went to marriage counseling, that if one of us were to go back, that person would agree to move out because the other person did not deserve to be punished because one of us slipped. And I encouraged him all the time to go back to treatment, to go back to Miracle Hill again, that they would embrace him and they would help him. And he had too much pride. He was so ashamed that he had fallen and slipped back into the miry clay. So he was too proud to go back, and so he drank himself to death and died on September 2nd of 2022, which was our second daughter, our middle daughter's birthday. It was her 19th birthday. And since then, life has not been the same. I miss him so much. One of my children was so devastated. The youngest one, she was the one that came back home and lived with us after we got out of treatment. The other two remained with my mother because we gave them a choice. We wanted them to feel safe. They had built a life there, and they were comfortable. They were well cared for, and we were allowed to see them whenever we wanted. So we just allowed them to decide. Um, but that baby was ready to go. She said, I'm going with my mom and my daddy. And she already had everything she wanted to take with her packed up. It was the sweetest thing ever to see. But she did stay with us until she couldn't handle it anymore when he became so abusive. She left and went to stay with my mom. And that was the icing on the cake. When he put his hands on me, I said, that's it. But the only thing that I ever did that I felt like I was not a failure at was to raise that child. Because I felt like I lost the other two because of my own foolishness. But she was my pride, and they were all my pride and joy. But because she came home and gave me the opportunity to be a good mother, it was something that I treasured and I cherished. And his drinking took that away from me. And my codependency allowed it to. So I played a part in it as well. Everybody, when somebody has an addiction, everybody in the family plays a part in that addiction, one way or another. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Somebody must be struggling with this. And I don't know what Spirit might want to say to us today, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm here and you get a prayer. Spirit wants to get a prayer. All right. And then what's true about you. Dear God, thank you for the gift of life, of faith, and of my calling. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and others. Dear Father, thank you for making me your beloved child now and forever. Amen. Okay, so now I'm being told to ask what's true about you. Let's see what's true about you. Spirit, can you show us out of this book what would go perfectly with this reading? You are growing. So, neither the one who plants nor the one who waters is anything, but only God who makes things grow. 1 Corinthians 3:7. So, you might be planting seeds or you might be watering the seed, but only God can make the person grow, is what I get out of that. God, we sometimes expect so much more from ourselves than you do from us. You know we are human and that as long as we're on this earth, we'll still be in the process of growth. Help us to be patient as you work in us, to embrace the grace you so freely give us, and to trust that you will complete the good work you started in us. We are not who we were yesterday, and we are not who we will be tomorrow, but now and always we are loved. Amen. We tell ourselves we have to do it all, be it all, know it all right now. We deny ourselves the time and permission to really learn. And when we can learn, we can't. And when we can't learn, we can't grow. God doesn't judge or pressure us that way. He knows all people are like grass, and all their glory is like the flowers of the field. 1 Peter 1:24. I used to read that verse I used to read that verse as simply meaning life is brief, but I'm seeing it with new eyes lately, and I think what God is also reminding us of here is that grass is growing, flowers are growing, and we are growing, which means He knows that from our first breath to our last, we are in process, and that applies to everything from picking out curtains to becoming who He created us to be. And you know what? God's okay with that. He already knows us better than we know ourselves. If He's okay with it, then we can be too. He doesn't ask us for perfection, just to grow every day, a little bit at a time, all the way until we are home with Him. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not who you will be tomorrow. You're in the middle of the beautiful process of becoming you. Awesome. Awesome. All right, now I'm being told to get something out of the Instant Magic Oracle. Spirit, may I have a message, please, that would go perfectly with this message? Please, Spirit. Just be yourself. I can't make this up. Just be yourself. That is all God wants you to do, is just be yourself. He did everything else for us, and He helps us to grow day by day. So just be yourself. Somebody might have a snake. Somebody has long, beautiful fingernails also. My candle almost fell over. All right, Spirit, let's get some cards going here to see what you want to say. I'm here to use this red deck to get the tarot energy. Spirit, show us overall how you're working. Somebody is a high priestess and they are manifesting. All right. How are you working in our lives, Spirit? May I see, please? What's working? There we go. All right. There's something that hasn't quite ended, but you're working on ending something. All right. What's the energy to overcome? For some reason, the world's in reverse. Oh, the Empress is in reverse also. Everything's coming out in reverse. All right, what's going to pull this together? Whoa. There's my Sagittarius that I felt. You're coming all out in reverse. So, oh, look who's on the bottom of the deck in the upright. Your Emperor. Your Emperor is in the upright. Your identical match. The two of you are very spiritual and loving, but for some reason everything about you is upside down. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn it upright, because I think that this is you being in your head and being deep in your emotions because of what you're going through. You're having to have a lot of self-control. You may be struggling a little bit with having that self-control. Somehow fruit trees, maybe peaches or apple blossoms, something like that. You're coming full circle somehow. Something's about to end. It hasn't quite ended yet, though. You haven't quite ended something, and that is what's working. You haven't given up on this yet. You haven't quite given something up, and you're struggling with controlling yourself because of whatever this is. All right, Spirit, what are the virtues you're working on with Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn? Patience. There's patience right there. That's temperance. Patience and forgiveness. Being patient when it comes to forgiveness. Alright, what else? Having delight and forgiveness. Being delighted because of forgiveness. Maybe you're just now realizing that God loves you and forgives you for whatever it is that's happened here. Or maybe you're forgiving a person. Freedom and forgiveness. So you're going to come out of a place where you've been in prison, and you're going to have freedom. All right, what is it you want to say to the collective today, Spirit? Thank you so very much. Abundance came out. Collective abundance. Abundance and a gateway. There's a gateway that's leading you to your abundance. That's beautiful. Unicorns are significant, and so are wildflowers. I want to move these over here. All right, I want to get a message from the Energy Oracle now that'll talk to us a little bit more about what's going on here. Spirit, what's going on here? Community came out, an angel of balance. So there's something going on in your community that's needing balance. Maybe something with your friends, or we'll see. Your third chakra. your gut feeling when it comes to your community. Having that gut feeling. You could have a blockage there, so you're not able to feel a broken heart in a third community. Your heart's broken because of your friends. They've hurt you somehow. Or somehow there's a third party involved here. May I see how this happened? How did this happen, Spirit? The magician in the mirror came out. So you were trying to manifest something. All right, what's being hidden from the collective? Oh, that came out with force. That somebody has a third party. There's a community, a group of friends or something that has to do with, maybe it's your spirit guides and your angels that are being hidden. You don't realize you even have these spirit guides. All right, what are you hiding? That you do not have a strategy and you're anxious. So your community's hidden. I think this might be the guides and angels that you have. And secretly you do not have a strategy and you're anxious. Alright, what's being shown? That you need to clear your third chakra, your gut. You need to clear that area and get balance in your life. You feel like you can't do this. It's like, I don't think I have the strength or the balance to do this. I don't have the self-control to do this. All right, what's going to happen next? You remember abundance over here? You have appreciation, and the garden and the gate are in reverse. So everything for you has come out in reverse pretty much. And then you have no stability at all. You're not able to get stable. But Spirit says that you're going to find a doorway or a gateway that's going to lead you to abundance. It looks like to me you're struggling financially and you don't have a strategy of how you're going to get out of this. Alright, I'm going to clarify these cards with something else. Give me just a second here. Let's see what the secret truth is of the heart. What is the secret truth here of the heart when it comes to this magician? So far what we have is Aries and Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Taurus again, and Sagittarius. Spirit, why is the magician in the middle here? For the collective, what are they trying to manifest? Oop, that came out with force. Oh. Somebody has a lot of lust. A lot of lust. This is also a card of being non-committal. So you're trying to manifest somebody to make a commitment with you. What am I to you? You want to know, what are you? Are you just after me for sex, or do you really love me? You don't want to get hurt. Alright, well, what's being hidden from the collective? That somebody feels like they're better off. Not better off. What do you mean better off in reverse? Saying goodbye because of chemistry. Somebody feels like why is better off in chemistry in reverse? Because somebody had a loss. Could have had a death recently. And you don't want to have any more anxiety in your life. It's like, I'm better off to stay away from my community right now. Or maybe you feel like you don't have anybody to help you. And you feel like you just need to just say goodbye to this family, this community. Alright, okay, that's what they're hiding. What are you hiding? That you're using your intuition. You're not afraid, but you're going through a really emotional time right now. And you're trying to stay away from dark attachments and third parties. So apparently the person that you love has an addiction of some sort. and you're trying to stay away from them. You're using your intuition. You're not afraid, but you are just emotional about it. You have a lot of, they have a lot of tension, or you do. Something's going on with tension here. All right, what's being shown besides this need to unblock your chakra? The mirror is here. So somebody is looking at you and seeing their reflection in you. Well, what are they seeing? That somebody is tricky. That they are dishonest and tricky and receptive. It's like they want to be with you, but they're being tricky. Clarify the tricky part. Their heart is cluttered with fog. They've had heart fog. They've been sending you mixed signals, like I said at the beginning of the reading. This person sends you mixed signals. They want to make a confession, though, that they want someday, somewhere, another time, this is going to work out. All right, what's going to happen next? They're going to make a confession that somewhere, someday, somehow, this is going to work out. That's what came out. But right now, there's distance. You're at a distance from this person, and that's why this can't work out right now. All right, I want to go ahead and pull tarot on this. Why is... I got to pull the tarot up so I can see what we had. The World is here. The Empress in reverse. Everything came out in reverse. All right. Let me see. Let me shuffle one time here. Uh-oh. There's karma that needs to be cleared, and there's an air sign. Gemini or Aquarius. There's going to be a tower about cleaning up some karma. There's karma that... Something that you've reaped, something that you've sown, rather, you're about to reap, is what it looks like to me. Why is the World here? Because of strength. Wow, these cards are going everywhere. The Four of Cups came out upright, but the King of Cups came out in reverse. So, there's a Leo here with, could be any water sign. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. I don't see any of them on the board yet, so I'm not sure. It looks like it's probably a Cancer and a Leo, and it's like they refuse to love you. That is why you're ending it, because they just refuse to show you any love. Alright, why is the Empress here? Because of the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. This person is getting over this not showing any love. They're getting over it. They're trying to get over it. You're struggling with ending this because you really are a perfect match for one another. Why is Temperance here? There's Sagittarius, because there's somebody here that's very successful, high profile. They may be in the public eye, and they're like, this is dark, and I don't want people to see me in a third party, because I'm trying to be an example to others, and I can't be an example to others if I can't stop being in third parties. How can I tell other people to stop it? Alright, why is the Emperor on the bottom of the deck? Because of the Empress waiting and trying to make future plans, but you're undecided and you haven't awakened yet. So what might be the outcome here? There's going to be... Somebody's going to end up getting ghosted. Clarify ghosting. The Hierophant's here with ghosting. There's the World card again and the Two of Swords. Yeah. Right now they're coming out of... Oh, there's another card here. They're waiting, but right now they're exploring making a move and ending this, because they're coming out of denial when it comes to a marriage or a higher level commitment. And something that won't change. Clarify what's not changing. There's the Queen of Wands, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. this person is insecure, controlling, and they will not let this person go. That's why you're hoping that this will happen, but it's not happening. There's a Queen of Wands that's waiting. What are they waiting for? For somebody that's having an internal conflict to have a spark for them. Somebody's internally conflicted. Clarify the Ace of Wands. There's the Gemini card with the Ten of Swords. This Ace of Wands is an argument that ends this relationship and gives this person no choice. What do they have no choice about? There's been a long wait. Somebody had a heartache, but they ended up having it all. They waited a long time for this, though. Why are you telling us about this weight and this broken heart and this 10 pentacles? Because this is a King of Pentacles. And why is he here? That's the Sagittarius that won't change. And they are very passionate. What are they passionate about? Sagittarius is here strongly. They're passionate about healing. And they have love for a Gemini who has walls up. The Gemini has walls, and there's tea. What's the tea? It's tea that nobody wants to hear. So it's gossip that nobody wants to hear, but Spirit is saying that they need to hear about it anyway. Apparently, the Spirit is going to call somebody out on some gossip or something. I don't know. I'm going to pull the cards on it and see what comes out. Alright, why is the tea here, Spirit? Why? Somebody's healing, and it's this Gemini. They're healing from this because of a Sagittarius, it looks like. Alright. Show me what the tea is, Spirit. Wow, your cards are going everywhere. Somebody is outdated, expired, disused, old news, or discarded. What do you mean they're discarded old news? It has to do with having a crush and somebody being a player. Alright. Why are you telling us about this? Because somebody's running away, getting a room, keeping a promise. And somebody feels like you're promiscuous and trash. What's the truth that you're investigating? What are you investigating? That somebody's getting a divorce and that there needs to be caution because somebody's a copycat. Clarify copycat? It's somebody that doesn't want to hear this. So I think it's about a twin flame, and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to argue. They won't take up for you when it comes. You're a diamond girl. Yeah, they're trying not to be in their feelings about this. Why do they not want to hear it? Because somebody talks about you to them at the gym, it looks like. And there's a situation that's about to go up in flames. Shit's about to pop off up in flames. What's that going to look like? Look, it came out. The card just came out that I said. What's that going to look like, though? It's going to look like somebody who's busy, falling apart, getting played, and it's a diamond girl who's born to shine, fighting for what you love. Alright, what's the truth? That this is a private relationship. You already know they're in their feelings. Okay, and the sexual protection is here with jealousy. So maybe this person is having sex with somebody that you're in love with. I don't know. All right, let's see what would this person say to the collective spirit. The one that's jealous and calling you trash, what would they say to you? You have me confused with someone else. I think I'm falling in love with you. And I can see myself marrying you one day. Alright, what would you... And they told me you were full of it. What would you say to them? You would say, I love the way you love me, but I should delete you out of my phone completely. And you just fell asleep on the phone. LOL, good night. So they fall asleep whenever you're trying to talk to them. So it looks like somebody's keeping you secret. You need to end this relationship, I think. That's why, yeah, you need to be by yourself and stop getting yourself hurt here. This person plays mind games. They talk shit about you. And they're leading a double life, card the wrong deck alert. But they're about to start something new that's going to bring hope to a person who's got a lot of confusion in their life. Anything else you want to say about this situation, about how it happened? Somebody has a lot of regret. What are they hiding? Oh, wow, this is coming out with force. They're hiding jealousy, a dying love, and the fact that they want to be by themselves. And they're coming up with a strategy to do that. What are you hiding from them? That you are stalking them. You're fighting it. You're fantasizing. You don't want to lose hope. And you're angry. Alright, what's being shown? That somebody's pushing your buttons and you feel desperate. What's going to happen next? You're incomparable and somebody's learned their lesson about having flings and having people in a love triangle. What's going to be the outcome here? Family and escapism. What do you mean escapism? Somebody has family that they're going to... And it came out in reverse. There's going to be a rebound. You have your differences. There's a competition going on and you feel helpless. So this is somebody in your family, it looks like. They're having a rebound. You're having your differences. They put you in the middle of this triangle and you feel helpless. You're going to move on from this. You're not going to get involved in this. You're not going to get involved in this. They're not going to escape this. Clarify what you mean here about escapism again. I need to understand that better. Let them go. Yep. Let them go. They're not worth it. Take it slow on the bottom of the deck. This person is not worth your time, in my personal opinion. Alright, show me what's going on here. How did this happen? Somebody's closed off, guarded, and resistant, but somebody else is longing for wish fulfillment. Alright, what's being hidden? That your higher self is here, and somebody doesn't see their part in things. What's being shown? That you want this to be over so you can have your abundance. You want it to be over so you can have abundance. What's going to happen next? Something's going to happen in the spring. Alright, can you tell us what? Wow, that's a lot of cards. It has to do with divine timing and a union. And it's based on somebody making a decision to have the courage to change. There's somebody here that will not change, but it looks like they're going to learn their lesson. And it's because they've had suffering in relationships in the past that they don't want to be in a relationship right now. And you're like, stop sending me mixed signals then. Alright, what's going on here, Spirit? There's something that's strictly sexual. You just have to accept that this is protected. Alright, anything else we need to know? Play hard. What do you mean play hard? Be patient and play hard. Clarify play hard, please. Somebody is longing and obsessed. There needs to be an apology. You need to set boundaries. This is true love and you're in denial. Clarify denial and true love. It's based on a decision and the chemistry that you have. Outcome spirit. It has to do with finances. The outcome is about finances and being unavailable. Why is finances the outcome? Because they're warning. You're being warned that right now, this is interference. And you're on different pages. And this is a marriage. You're on different pages about money. So, Spirit is warning you that right now there's interference when there's finances. Somebody's interfering in your finances. Clarify what that means. Passion came out. What do you mean, passion? That could be anger. Unavailable. Acceptance. And a soulmate. So they're with somebody else. You have to wait because they're married. You're going to master a spiritual lesson. What's the lesson they're mastering? It has to do with having support. So what do you mean having support? Put away the computer. Somebody deserves a second chance and you need to take a leap of faith. Leap of faith towards what? Marriage. Because you have children. Alright. Let me get you one of these and see what comes out of here. Alright, what do you want to say out of here, Spirit? That would go perfectly with this reading. You have to be there for yourself right now, and you are the light. Be there for you, and you are the light. Number 4, be there for you, says this. It's time to let yourself off the hook. Don't interpret the behavior of other people or circumstances outside of your control to indicate something negative about you. Forgive yourself for anything that you feel you've done wrong. You can learn from the choices more easily if you stop punishing yourself when you feel you've made a mistake. Even the decisions we regret can help us grow wiser when we swap judgment for compassion. Sometimes we can only learn what we need to know from what doesn't work out so well at the time. Forgive yourself, have your own back, and be good to you. You have an open, sensitive, beautiful heart. Sometimes the world cannot meet that heart of yours on equal terms. Sometimes the hearts of others are just too closed and afraid, and that's okay, because it's part of why you were born, to help heal and open the hearts of the world. You are wise and you know your purpose is to shine the beauty of your divine heart freely for all to experience. You never have to close down or turn away from the sacred purpose in this world, but you do deserve to be safeguarded and protected. Know that you have your own back. When fearful, angry people lash out in pain trying to hurt others because they cannot get past their own hurt, do not make it about you. Your heart knows how to love and protect you whilst it has compassion for the suffering that another may be feeling. Remember that you must be there for yourself, nurturing your own heart with plenty of love. Give to yourself just as you give to the world, with kindness and generosity. Don't allow anyone or anything to make you forget what is real and true. The wisdom and love that fills your own divine heart and helps heal the world. Sacred ritual. Place one hand on your belly, that's where that area of your gut feeling is, and a hand on your heart, and sway a little from side to side. Imagine that you sway there in a river of energy that travels between your two hands. The river of energy swirls and flows around your hips and your heart, leaving you feeling inspired and really, really good. You now have twice the amount of energy. Say aloud, I am a fortress of divine love. I stand strong in my divine presence. I am peacefully and powerfully me, with a beautiful heart divinely protected. You're being told you have protection from somebody who's very unhealthy right now. Number 17, you are the light. You are going through spiritual initiation. This is happening because you're ready for it, even if it doesn't always feel that way. The way to pass this test is to rely on the light within you. Don't let fear or doubt make you distrust the path ahead. Don't give in to despair or believe that things will not work out. You are learning to trust that the universe knows what it is doing. There is a great and beautiful thing meant for you, and no matter what appears to be right now, they will come to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Keep your faith in the light. All will be well. Light is powerful. Some people don't understand this. The fear in their hearts makes them cynical. The fear stops them from seeing what is true. In the abundance of truth, they hold on to their judgment instead. They scoff at what they don't understand. Be careful of allowing such people to influence you. It's not wise to take advice from people who are invested in creating pain. You can have compassion for them, you must not underestimate how their negative energy can taint your trust in the universe. When we feel the light within us, when we trust in it, we are able to move beyond the fear and negativity that exist in this world. You have it within you to be that light. The only thing that can trap you is your choice to believe in the negative and give in to the fear. That's not you, so don't choose that for yourself. Don't listen to people who would cause you to question the light. The light within you is real. Be at peace, beautiful one, for the positive power of the light in you is stronger than any darkness. Sacred ritual. Focus gently on a visible source of natural light. That could be a candle or a lamp, fire, moon, sky, the reflection on the water, the sun shining down from the heavens. Or you could even close your eyes and see, feel, imagine, or perceive that there is an internal light flickering inside of you. Relax as you repeat this soothing and empowering affirmation to yourself aloud and silently in your mind for as long as feels good. Say this: I choose to trust the light. I am safe and held in the light. I am the light. Okay, so I'm going to pull some financial cards and see what comes out from the money deck, and then we're going to close. Spirit, what's going on with this person's finances? I see that that's an issue here. There's somebody that's having trouble with finances, and it's causing them to have arguments and differences, it looks like. There's about to be a shift, and it has to do with sports. Being a sport or sports. Alright, what are you saying, Spirit? Somebody's going to be inspired to sell something. Alright? What's going to be the outcome of the sale? Somebody is going to grow up and they're going to be a networker. What are they going to network to? They're going to be writing something. Somebody's money's going to come to a halt and they're in leadership. Why is their money coming to a halt? Because of work, a partnership. You need to be cautious of this partnership and be patient. What should they do about being cautious? Whoa. Alright. You need to have growth. You're going to have growth, and somebody's left you a legacy that's leading you to your life purpose and your spirituality. Alright. So, what does that do with being cautious? There's a counselor who's alone. And the office is going to have a surprise that's going to cause setbacks. Clarify the surprise. It has to do with the artist and angelic help. What are they doing? They're making an investment. They're manifesting. Their emotions are involved, and it has to do with their home. What's going to be the outcome of the home? They're going to have a designer The underworld is here, and a mechanic. Clarify the underworld and the mechanic. There's gossip. Something's undecided in divine timing on social media. And there's going to be a celebration and activation. What's the gossip? That somebody's had a loss and somebody's a teacher. Why are they a teacher? Because they have options. And what's that mean? It means that there's going to be transportation and they're settling. What are they settling? Being self-made. What's going to be the outcome for this person? They're exploring charity and making mistakes. So they've given somebody money. They need to stop giving this person help because the person doesn't appreciate it. So if there's somebody in your life that you've been helping financially, that's what the finances is about. Stop helping them. They don't care about you. They're with somebody else, and they're completely, I think, lying to you and even talking about you to other people. Alright, what kind of angelic help are we going to get here, Spirit? You have protection again, and you're beautiful. You've been told over and over again that you have protection from different decks. Why are you protecting this person when it comes to unity? They don't want you to be with this person because you deserve love. You deserve prosperity, and you are a fire sign, it looks like. What's going to be the outcome here? You're going to have forgiveness, knowledge, power, and grace. With somebody is going to be eyeing on you also. Yeah, so be careful what you put on your social media. Alright, I think that's where I need to end it. Don't you think, Spirit? What do you think? Okay, let's see what this person would secretly say to you. Whoa, they have a lot to say. I find you so attractive. I would do it all again, but I know you don't feel the same. Alright? What would you say to them? You would say, I miss seeing you and I wonder how you feel. How do they feel? They admire you. Anything else they feel? I feel happy with you. Alright, what do you feel? I want you so badly. I have too much to lose, but I feel drawn to you. And I want to make amends. So maybe you guys will work it out. But it looks like right now you're really at odds with each other, and it's because they have such a money focus. So do whatever you're being told by Spirit to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Alright, let's see who Spirit's talking to. I feel like I'm missing something here. Spirit said you are. You need to find out what your best friend would say. What would their best friend say, Spirit? They could say anything they wanted. Talk to someone and sit in the sun. So you need to talk to somebody about what's going on here. You need to tell somebody what's going on in your life. And sit out in the sunshine. Let that sunshine, that vitamin D, you need to get outside, get into nature. You need some healing of some sort. Let's find out what kind of healing you need. What kind of healing is this person in need of, Spirit? You might need a counselor. You're procrastinating and you don't say what you mean. Alright, anything else? You need to say what you mean and stop procrastinating. Do it now. You need to talk to somebody. You have a victim consciousness. You're playing the victim, but you're not a victim, only a volunteer. Yeah, you've had some hard stuff happen to you, but you have to be empowered. You're going to manifest. There's a soulmate here. There's a hole in your soul. And self-sabotage also with pay attention to the signs. You're not even paying attention to the signs. This person is not healthy. Alright. Alright. I hope that you can work this out. Talk to somebody for sure. LWLTHPK number 9. ZPACPTD11. QRLYEDK1. KAKLJGP number 2. Alright, let me get you a couple of trinkets. I'm so sorry that this relationship is struggling like it is. It's a shame that so this person put you in a third party. I got a dragonfly. I have a heart with a nursing cap, a whale tail, a wave, a shell. There's a lot of references to the beach. I have the twin card. How did I say card? The twin trinket. A cross. A skeleton key. You might need a key to something. I have a huge key here. A butterfly. An elephant. A flower. A magnet. And a cross. It's like you're coming out of denial about somebody that you thought was more than a friend, and they're not, and they don't want to be, and they just won't tell you. They give you mixed signals. That's what it looks like to me. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. And it looks like they also have been taking advantage of you when it comes to money. I have a feather. I have a wing. I have a cash sign. I have an I Ching. I have 2 angels. You're surrounded by some powerful angels. I have a crown. The love between a grandmother and granddaughter is forever. Somebody's into heavy metal headgear. And I have a handcuff. So somebody's been in some legal trouble. And I have a palm tree. Alright, that's it. That's a wrap. Hope you have a blessed day. I think I'm going to go through and do all 4 of the elements instead of trying to do all 12 signs. And that'll be a lot easier for me. Okay? I love you guys. Be blessed. Bye-bye.